Okay guys, hello. My name is Ruben. As usual, every Tuesday on this channel, on the 5ers, I'm making a day trading room. So again, happy to be with you today as usual. Every Tuesday, it's kinda something regular right now. So again, happy to be with you. There are some good spots today on the market. I already have some positions. Again, before we move into the chart and before we move into analysis and trading, and let me know on the chat, how are you? And let me know if the sound is good, if the video is good, if the life is good, as usual. Sounds good. Hey Thomas, hey Lucian, hey Whitfog. Perfect. Okay, so we get some feedback. Small reminder as usual, again, a disclaimer, any trade or any analysis I will provide today is only from an from an educational perspective. So guys, be careful on any trade you would like to take according to my tips or insight. You take your own responsibility and you take your own trades. This is important to say. Meanwhile, I'm talking, I'm also looking at the market. US market will open in the next 15 minutes. I just have some position in the Euro USD and the dollar yen, which I believe can be good. Which actually my portfolio is diversified. So let's move into the market right now. Hi Ibrahim, hi Finanzas, perfect. Okay, so let's move into MT5. Again, I will try to take some scalp today. I will explain the first position on the Euro USD, which is for me a nice spot. I still have some space in the Euro USD. I will explain why I'm already open to sell positions. First of all, looking at the daily chart, I will go back from the beginning and just also remove the trade levels. We don't care about it right now, but you can see that we are in a key zone, okay? In a key zone where, you know, the 1.07 between 1.0775, 1.08 is a key zone for a long time in the Euro USD. Also here you see that we have some already rejection in the weekly chart. We had a retracement here, and here we break out, and again, so basically on the weekly chart, this is the first key zones. If we go to the daily, it's kind of the same. We see on the H4 chart also here. If we go deeper into this, let me identify it in another rectangle. So the red line is the key zone in the daily or weekly chart. The purple rectangle is in the H4 chart, so you see that we are also in a zone. And if we look at the H1, yeah, there is no zone in the H1. But basically, when you go to the H4, you see that the market has overextended in a small. Again, I'm always looking at the amount of time the market is pushing. I'm looking at Bollinger Bands to see what is the volatility. We see here that the market is already far from the mean. Okay, we are actually around 120 pips away from the average price, which is here. The momentum is slightly reaching to the end. We see clearly that here on the H4 chart, stochastic is above 80, starting to cross. Again, I'm not waiting for any confirmation in the way about how I'm trading the market. And again, if we go even to lower time frame and we go to H1, again, stochastics didn't cross yet, but still above 80. If we go to the M30 chart, it's quite the same. We have here the market that, you know, indicating us that it can be a point when the momentum is starting to lose. So we will see. The fact is that I want at least the market to go back a little bit to the average. This is what we have in the 30-minute chart, in the M1 chart as well. We had an uptrend after this big drop last week. Here the market is an uptrend, but here we look at kind of an overextended movement. We are at the top of Bollinger Band, so definitely it will not be a buy for me. This is the first things when I look at this chart. I will not make a buy in that spot. Okay, this is definitely not the spot to when make a buy. If the market goes back down and I don't know which maybe this zone, why not making a buy? But at this time I'm only looking for the market to retrace, and this is why I'm opening a sell position just here. So this is for me makes sense. Again, this is how I view the market. You should be ballsy to do this kind of setup because the market is very powerful today. I don't know how much we have pushed today. Let me look at TradingView to look what's the even we can look here daily chart. We can maybe add here column. Daily change, yeah. Daily change. Yeah, the market is actually pushing 0.5% today in the Euro-USD. So I'm only selling the market right now. So this is for the first position, Euro-USD. It's more like I'm expecting the market to retrace quite quickly. But again, it can take some time, the market to at least go back. Here I'm not expecting the market to crash down, but at least go back to 30 pips, 40 pips retracement in that symbol. Regarding the dollar yen, I also have quite the same setup. Here you will see, guys, that I'm following the trend. Okay, a lot of traders that come here time after time say, yeah, you go all the time against the trend and so on. But here, this is quite different. If I go to the H4 chart in the dollar yen, we are in a big downtrend. We can see also on the H1. And what I found is that, again, we have a big key zone on the H1 chart. We probably have here also a downtrend. We can try to connect the top and try to find the spot. But definitely for me here, this is a spot where I want to actually execute a trade. Again, if we look at the volatility and the average, actually we are here at the top of Bollinger Bands. Momentum is starting to finish above 80. We already have a cross happening here. Here we already see that the market had some retracement, so we just need to hold it and check what's happening next. So this is for dollar yen. Again, the stop loss should not be above, not be so far. It will be above that high. I think it makes sense. You see, this is the maximum point I would be able to risk would be that point. Okay, the market can go slightly against me, touch this point, which might be a pivot point from yesterday, and then getting done. If we break it above, I will take my stop loss. And again, my take profit. Here it's can be even good for people that follow trends, because if you go to the again H1 chart, okay, we have this type of pattern creating. Okay, so if you want to take a profit approximately here, yeah, expect the market to make a new low here, so you can actually exit the market after we retrace. Okay. Again, this for me makes sense, and this is the type of trade where I can be more comfortable because I'm going with the trend, in opposite to the Euro USD where you see the trend is up and I'm going against the trend. So it depends what type of setup you look, but looking at the volatility and looking at the momentum is using stochastics, depend which type of oscillator do you have. Okay, you can have a MACD, you can have RSI, depends. This is the settings I'm using, and this is how I'm feeling comfortable. Hi Diana. I don't want to provide you any advice or tell you what to do in your trading. I can give you an insight on what I think, but I cannot tell you where should you move your stop loss and what you should do right now. But let's look at gold. I also identified just gold before. Here again, this is quite the same mindset, but I will never open a buy position when the market is so far overextended. You probably know why gold actually pushed a lot last week. We had the SVB Bank collapse, Credit Suisse also, getting destruct by the risk management there, and there is a lot of trouble in the banking industry in US according to SVB, but also in Europe with Credit Suisse. So this is why actually gold pushed up. Okay, we want a safe asset, and we had a lot of people running into gold and buying gold on that spot. And I believe that technically this was also a nice spot. I don't know if you remember, guys, but maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, I always identified the 1,800 level as a very big key levels. And this is the type of long-term perspective I would like to create a trade. All this big movement up was because of the war between Russia and Ukraine. Again, I didn't find a spot to go in, and then the market just retraced into that spot. 1,800 is also a psychological level, and then people buy. Again, here is not for me a buy setup. Maybe if you go to a lower time frame and you have like, you know, M15, you can find this spot. But again, if you look at the higher time frame, like in the H4 here, you don't want to make a buy in this type of spot. For me, it would be more a sell, and expecting the market to retrace maybe to the top here. The market need to calm down and need to. No, you will never have a market that goes straight like that. Maybe cryptocurrency, but we are not trading crypto. But on a LC asset and on a like traditional asset, basically the market all the time tend to make ups and down, and will never make a big high movement. So here I'm expecting the market to at least retrace. There are still some spot here to go on the downside. Maybe here it would be the first buying point for people that want to go in gold. And basically here would be the second point. That's what I would wait. Opening a sell at the top might be a good spot, but again, it was very difficult to find a sell. Basically, yeah, this was this spot that, you know, some people can look for. I believe that actually people are taking their profit. Okay, people that open a buy here or even here, this is the spot to take some profits. So this is why you also need to be careful when you want to reinforce the position here or even below at this spot. So this is for gold. Let's look at the US indices. The market will open in the next 10 minutes. I already have it here. Never mind. Yeah. It looks like the market will make like a rally. No, we identified this spot. The market here, respect. Here we respect. We didn't make a new low, I believe, from this one. And here the market, we see that this movement is quite very healthy, and looks like very powerful that we can at least make a new high. You know, maybe focus for 4,250 in the S&P. You know, a lot of people will say, yeah, inflation, and we are still hiking interest rate, there are still issue in banking industry. I don't know. I read an article this week. Basically, Warren Buffett explained that when the interest rates are high, the stocks market is undervalued. I don't remember the details and I find it, but for me this makes sense. You know, when a lot of people are talking about dramas and the big fear in the market, this is where actually the people are making the big money, and I think this is the time. This is the time in the indices to recover, and again, at least we won't make a new low. This is what I think. Maybe the market will move neutral, okay, for a period of day, but at the end, okay, we're gonna make a new high. If we go to the monthly chart and we see in the long term, in the next 2-3 years, you're gonna see 5,000 in the S&P. You know. But basically, let's move to the lower time frame and check what type of spot we can have for the day. Again, not making a buy here. This is again the same mindset. We can have here a sell spot for some retrace. But I don't know. I think that you see this peak pin bar here all the time getting reject, telling me that this is a big powerful movement. This is why making a sell here, I'm not so comfortable by doing that. Maybe here can be the spot. This can be actually the spot where I could make a sell. It was a key zone here to create a demand. Another bounce here on the demand. We break down, make a retest. So I believe here there might be some people coming in for selling the market. Yeah, I don't think I will touch the indices today. Let's look at the Swiss yen. I would like to answer you, Dwight, Felix. Yeah, again, this is quite the same mindset. Big movement in a short amount of time. Basically, the market just stop at, you see, these big blocks here. Again, Bollinger Burns at the bottom. Actually, here the market already did the move. If I go to lower time frame, maybe you can find a spot what to do. Yeah, why not? Why not here? Having a short scalp on that spot. You have stochastics crossing here on the M30 minutes, and you have the highest big resistance. So basically here what I would do is making some partial entries. First opening a sell here, and also opening the second sell here to continue with the trend. So yeah, you're talking about the pullback. This is what I think also I'm basically going on the same direction. But you need to be careful about the management. You need to give some space for the price if it goes against you. Yeah, this makes sense also, you see. This was a pivot point, I think. So again, basically partial, make a partial entry. Basically one here and the second spot here. Hi, Saif. Yeah, we need to be patient. I think we are on spot. And as you can see here, I'm actually selling the USD against the euro. And sorry. What I would say, so in the dollar yen, I'm expecting the dollar to be stronger because I'm selling the dollar yen. And in the USD, I'm expecting the USD to be weaker against the euro. So basically also my portfolio in that aspect is also balanced, because if we have a big movement in the dollar currency, we're going to see the euro USD maybe pushing up and the dollar yen pushing down. Again, this is not one-to-one, but I have here, let's say my portfolio is at least balanced in the dollar yen and in the euro USD. Instead of going full sell on the dollar, here I'm having a balance. So this is why also I'm comfortable by having those two positions. Maybe we can find another spot to make another sell. Here maybe also a spot to sell second time. Yeah, I would prefer to wait the top here. Yeah, let's be patient. Let's talk about crypto, guys. I don't know if you see last week what's happened. What's happened, how the market moved in crypto. Bitcoin, I think, pushed 50% in the last months. We are close to the 30,000 level. there is a big change in how banks and investors are looking at the market. Maybe we start to shift by, thinking about maybe the traditional banking industry is not. We cannot trust actually, because we had SVB Bank, we had Credit Suisse. We can have another big banks that just collapse in the next few weeks. So people rush into Bitcoin. Basically, in Bitcoin, I'm not so good with blockchain and cryptocurrency, but any transaction that you have is printed in a cryptography. That makes sense. That at the end, all the banking industry will be digital and can go through the Bitcoin or a big cryptocurrency, which makes sense. So some people start losing faith on, banking industry, and that's why we see Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency like Ethereum as well pushing up and breaking the, I don't know, it was maybe the 24,000 level, which was very difficult to break. How is the market today? Let me check. I'm basically not trading Bitcoin in the short term. I'm only having a long-term portfolio. We are 28,000 in the Bitcoin. Tuan, it depends. Basically, on the Euro USD, for example, I just moved to the H4 chart, even to the daily chart, even to the weekly chart. Okay, so I just here on the Euro USD start my analysis on looking at the weekly to find if there is a spot. And here we are in a spot in the USD on talking on the weekly chart. Then I move to the daily, and you see also that this is the daily and the weekly chart is the same zone. And then you go to the H4, and then you found also here that you have a lower zone. You see I have put this rectangle on purple, and then you go to basically I think I made the execution on M5 or M15. I think M15 was my execution. We are in the middle of the big zone. There is the red rectangle, and we have the purple rectangle, and we are exactly in the middle. And again, I'm looking at this big channel. Why is that? This big channel. We are looking at the big movement in a short amount of time. Stochastics also is above 80, so it depends the time frame. But here I'm starting from at least daily or weekly time frame to dig into 15-minute chart. In the dollar yen, I think I started from the H4. Here is the H4. I look in the downtrend. Then I go to the H1, find this big spot here, which can be a key zone, and then I execute maybe on the 30-minute chart. So this is how I made my analysis. Hi Tarindu, that's a good question. Basically, I cannot explain the Euro USD bullish movement. We can expect that there is a news behind, but we are never sure. We never know if the market is pushing because something special or no. So basically on the USD, I'm only looking technically right now because the market has pushed quite high. I don't care what's the reasons about what the market is pushing up so far, but I'm looking for a market to be equilibrate. Okay, again, when you look this type of big movement down, at some point we'll say yes, some buyers will come and put the price up. Here it's quite the opposite. If you look to the M15, big movement up. Even on the H4, you see this big movement. I think it's the same thing. And a lot of people say, yeah, the dollar currency is the safe asset. And then we see that actually the Euro USD just, you see from this spot here, just respect and make a bounce up. So is the dollar currency still strong enough? We don't know. Then moving to Bitcoin, and then there is bank collapsing. All the time the market is moving. So this is why it's very important to align fundamental with technical. I don't believe that you can basically you can use only fundamental if you have a big time window of investing. Okay, if you say, yeah, in the 5 years, in the next 10 years or in the next 20 years, this is what I'm expecting, only because of fundamental numbers, that's fine. But if you say, yeah, I'm looking to the M15 chart and here the market is bullish because there is a type of news, I don't think we can rely on it. This is why when you go to lower time frame, only rely on technical, on data, on fast numbers and statistics, rather than that fundamentals. Please do not short the Euro USD. You are just asking for an L. Trend is very strong to the upside. Look at weekly chart. Again, I know I explained this just before. You need to have some balls to have this type of positions. I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. If you want to make a buy here, feel free to do it. Again, I will definitely not make a buy on that specific spot. Okay, maybe opening a sell can be a question, but I'm taking here the risk because I have a lot of indication that I'm looking that are aligned and I'm good. Like the risk is good, is in my favor. So that's why I'm doing it. Sometimes it can go against me, sometimes it can go with me, depends. But I'm comfortable by doing that. And again, I know that my positions most likely are going against the trend, and I know that I'm not waiting any confirmation here. For example, in the dollar yen, this is quite the same, but I'm going with the trend. So again, I'm not looking at the trend to take a decision. I'm only looking at the volatility at a specific amount of time, and I'm looking at the momentum. And here my portfolio is balanced, so I'm fine. Here, if you see the dollar yen making a strong movement down, we're going to see the Euro USD maybe flying up, taking my stop loss. I would have my dollar yen, so I'm quite balanced here. That's totally fine. And again, like I said at the beginning, if you were not here, it's my own trading analysis, my own trading advice, my own strategy. So don't do the same. Take your own responsibility. That's something important to repeat. Pound USD, yeah, we can move on it. Interesting. Why actually the pound USD just went down, but the Euro USD did not. Here it's again we have, you see this on the 30-minute chart, this uptrend. Yeah, we cannot connect the top, but we don't care. We see clearly that it's it's an uptrend in the 30 minutes. Yeah, basically here maybe the market. Again, this is quite the same setup of the euro. It's not so clear on the pound USD. I don't know why I didn't look at that chart earlier, but this is not so clear. Okay, in the Euro USD, it was clear regarding the trade I would like to take. If we go to the H4, we have, you see, my entry can be even more accurate. The points are connecting all the time. In the pound, the zone is a bit bigger, maybe because of the volatility, or maybe because you see, we had this zone, we break out here below, we go back again above. More complicated actually, but this is quite the same thing. Looking for a retrace for the market to go back down. We maybe have at least here the movement I wanted to have. It's not enough, but let's wait for it. Gold maybe for a buy. This is what just said earlier, but maybe not right now. Where are we? Yeah, maybe long for a short scale, but again, I would like to wait a little bit more. We just break this this zone here. Just consumed all the demand, so I might expect a lower movement. You see, I prefer to have a big movement down on a short amount of time, like here. You see that in a short amount of time we went down, but here you see it's taking quite higher, like bigger time to have a longer movement. So I'm not so comfortable by making a buy here, especially right now. Tarindu, yeah, that's what I'm expecting right now. I think we're in the supply. The market can go back down a little bit. Again, I'm not expecting the price to go back to the lower zone, you know. I'm not expecting that by taking these positions. But at least, you know, getting back to the beginning of the impulsion, maybe here. It's also an uptrend. So yeah, I believe the market can at least can go back here. I will close some of the position, removing my stop loss to break even. And so on. But you see, like we did here, market went up, down, went up, then the market went down, not enough, then continue. So again, here I'm expecting to take some movement and please go back a little bit lower. Okay, so this is what I'm expecting here. Basically, you know, time of like here. Okay, we have that. Then the market went down to here and then continue the movement. I'm looking here the same, but on the other side. Yeah, the S&P just opened. Just say the US indices just opened. Let's have a look. Yeah, this might explain the movement why actually the EUR/USD is pushing a bit up just at the beginning. Yeah, let's look how the market react on that spot here on the S&P. There is a high chance that if the market here break this zone, EUR/USD will also go on the same side. So let's be attentive. Yeah, just the opening. Pound CAD, yeah. Let's look. I think there was a news today on the CAD. Okay. On the daily chart, I could see nothing, you know, also on the H4 chart. But when you go to the weekly, this is quite a nice spot, basically. The market already made this move here and went down to the mean, you see. Here we could expect the same. We already had the first movement down earlier today. Maybe a bit late to do that. But yeah, this is the only thing I see actually on the pound CAD. I will not make a buy here because we are at the top of the Bollinger Bands. The mean is here, and also on the weekly chart because we are basically on that spot. This is the only thing I see. Is this my real funding account? What amount do you risk? Yeah, this is my personal account. I'm basically risking not more than 1% per trade. Okay, for me there is a rule that if I want to take some day trades, I'm not risking more than 1% per trade. Here I have risking quite less. I will not lose 1% here. But I like to give some space. I don't have sometimes I don't have a specific stop loss to place. So this lead me the way to manage quite quickly. Here, if the market goes against me and I see again on M5, I don't know, this type of movement again that will start here, for example. You see the same movement like this here. I would say, yeah, okay, I would open another sell and so on. So this is why it's not reflect the 1% risk per trade. But when I go in the full volume and the full margin I want to take, it will be around 1% per trade. But if you have your own personal funding account, don't risk more than, here it's 1%, but you need to be between 1 and 5% maximum. When someone risks more than 5% in one trade, when I'm saying about 5%, is the overall loss that you can have in the account. Okay, it's not the for example in the 5ers you have 6% drawdown. So divided by 50, for example. Sorry, 25 in that case. Not 20, 20. My brain is starting to... yeah, so basically you have 6% divided by 20. Yeah, it will take 0.3% per trade, which makes sense. So if you have the 5ers account, don't risk more than 0.3%. I think that makes sense. Okay, and we just got a reaction here. Yeah, it's basically not a rush when you trade with the 5ers. We have some people, you know, scaling their account very quickly, and at the end, maybe overconfident, taking higher risk, and it's lead to the termination of the account because they did not manage the risk. Even the trade and the direction of the asset was correct. You know, for example, someone that will say, you know, for example, I'll just take this example here. If you're someone open a sell and puts the stop loss just here with a 5% loss, you know, it means that the lot size allocation was not correct. Okay, you need to give some space for the price to move. Okay, so don't use the full leverage all the time. Depends the type of entry you take. But yeah, but the main important thing is the risk management, no matter with the 5ers or with your own personal account. Yeah, so just get back down in the pound. Oops. Nothing happens, guys. Quite very annoying right now. You just need to wait. Yeah, I just had XRP USDT. What's happening there? Let's look. %. Anyway. Anyway, you see, here we are starting the end of the momentum, starting to cross, still in the zone at the top of Bollinger Burns, at least going back to that zone. This would be maybe a first TP that I would like to take on that spot here. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And then I will basically remove the stop loss to break even and try to see if the market can break this trend and go back to the middle maybe here. What is clear is that there is a clear uptrend, so I need to be careful and take the profit. As soon as I can take the profit here, I will take it. It's not like the dollar yen, as you see, guys, for example here, when actually we are on a downtrend and the market can make a new low. Okay, here the scenario is different. On the Euro USD, there is an uptrend. I'm going against the trend, and I need to take the profit as soon as I can. Nothing happens, guy. See, this is the type. This is what I want to have on the Euro USD. Which time frame is it? H1. Yeah. See, uptrend here, making higher top. Basically, maybe because we have a, yeah, we don't basically have a zone on the left side of the chart. And then creating a base like here. Then getting down. This is what I want to have here. Basically, we need to create a base. We're starting to create it on the M15 chart, you see, and then getting down. Nice movement also on the FTSE. Yeah, it's resistant, but I think right now it's only patience that will pay off. there is always a zone where you can sell the market, and here I'm not waiting for the market to go to 1.084 because it will be over the risk I can take. I agree. Basically, here can be a place when you can sell, but yeah, I'm not expecting the price to. I won't make a sell at 1.084. I will already be out before. Maybe 1.084. Yeah, we're talking about that zone. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I will be out before. I think it is nice also to see the daily change. You know, you can have like the best symbol for the day and find actually if you can find a small retrace at the end of the day. Yeah, what's happened here? Oh my god. Yeah, this is not so bad here. You have an uptrend. We are reaching. It's not the top of the trend, but when the market will go here, you will have a double indication. Okay, so maybe let's the market a little bit moving higher. Then making a sell here on the Euro New Zealand is not so bad as well. Yeah, you can also start by making some partial entry here, starting building your position, making some sell. Okay, anyway guys, thank you for being with me until the end of the session. It was quite annoying on that side that the market did not do anything during 1 hour. So I will just monitor the position the next hours. Maybe I would have to keep that until tomorrow, and I think tomorrow there is a news it's moving on. So today there was only the CAD CPI, and tomorrow we have the pound, and we have FOMC statement with the interest rate. It's tomorrow. Sorry, it's tomorrow night, say in the evening, in my time zone. So I think I have some time for the market to retrace and do what I want. I believe I will be flat before the news tomorrow again. I only have my investment in the long portfolio that I will not do anything, but for Euro, USD, and dollar yen, I will be quite patient and see what's happening until tomorrow. It's okay, guys. So thank you for being with me until the end. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your question. Appreciate the interaction as usual. See you next Tuesday. Start to be regular every Tuesday making this trading room. So again, thank you very much for being with me. I wish you a nice end of the day. And yeah, guys, have a nice day. See you.